The chitin in the exoskeleton of many arthropods is strengthened by calcium. Strengthened by calcium, like we said earlier. The exoskeleton of arthropods, crustaceans, insects, arachnids, and myriapods, they have this chitinous exoskeleton. It is strengthened by this mineral called calcium. The transfer of pollen grains from the anther to a receptive stigma is called pollination. Okay. Look at this flower and see the anther. The anther produces pollen grains. So pollen grains are transferred from the anther to the stigma. You can see the reddish stigma of this hibiscus flower. Okay, so the anther and the filament that supports it, they are the male part. The stigma, the style, and the ovary, they are the female part. So the anther produces pollen grains, and the pollen grains are transferred from the anther to the stigma. That process is called pollination. The male reproductive organ of a flower is the stamen. I mentioned it earlier, the stamen. The stamen is made up of the anther and the filament. The gland that is found below the hypothalamus, okay, is called the pituitary gland. Okay. It's called the pituitary gland. You can see the hypothalamus. I can see the pituitary gland. They are linked together, linking the nervous system and the endocrine system. Of course, both of them are found in the brain, but the link between both of them is the link between the nervous system and the endocrine system. For instance, if you are dehydrated, your body needs more water. That lower water in your blood is actually detected by osmoreceptors in the hypothalamus of the brain. So those osmoreceptors will instruct the pituitary gland to release antidiuretic hormone. So the two they work hand in hand, coordinating the body. The pituitary gland is an endocrine gland. It's actually called the master endocrine gland because it releases many hormones that control other endocrine glands. Okay. So there's a very powerful link between the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. So the correct option here, 34, is pituitary. The most important plant hormone is auxin. Auxin is very, very important. It is produced at the tip of the shoot and tip of the roots. Okay, and is involved in geotropism, in phototropism. It promotes growth in plants and promotes apical dominance. The plant continues to grow straight, inhibiting extension of branches. So very, very important hormone, auxin. 35C is auxin. The sensory cell that responds to dim light is referred to as rods. That's C. 36 is C. In the retina, the part of the eye that is sensitive to light is called retina. That's the innermost layer of the eyeball. The retina has light sensitive cells. One of them is rods, the other one is called cones. So the one that is very sensitive to light, that it can sense light that is low in dim light, is the rods. The other one is called the cone. The cone detects bright light, so it works when the light is bright. That's the cone. It works when the light is bright. But the rods work when in dim light. It's sensitive to dim light. The rods, however, cannot see color. It sees in black and white. But the cones can detect color. Okay. So the answer here, 36, is C, rods. The rods respond to dim light. The absence of antidiuretic hormone in humans results in increasing dehydration. Of course, remember, like I said earlier, it is produced by the pituitary gland when water level is low in our blood, so that the kidneys can bring in more water into the blood. So if there is absence of this hormone, there will be increasing dehydration. So 37 is D. Estrogen is a hormone that is synthesized. The hormone that is synthesized in the ovaries. So 38 is A. It's synthesized in the ovaries. So you can see the ovaries of the female. They have 2 ovaries, and that is where estrogen is synthesized. It's synthesized when the egg cell is developing. When the egg cell is developing within the woman. So 38 is A. 39, the eye defect caused by the development of cloudy areas in the lenses is called cataract. It's called cataract. 39 C, when the lens becomes cloudy. Okay, can be caused by aging, metabolic disorders, trauma. Okay, can be inherited too. When proteins begin to block the lens, light rays will probably not be passed efficiently, so the person will not be seen very well. Vision will be blurry. So 39 is C, cataract. A pollutant that is biodegradable. Here there is sewage. Biodegradable means that microorganisms can break it down. They can decompose, they can decay. Okay, that's sewage. Here, 40 is D.